Few people have been as critical of the United Nations as US Ambassador Nikki Haley. And in a shock move, she has handed in her resignation to US President Donald Trump. Haley will leave the job at the end of the year.
Look at what has happened in 2 years with the United States on foreign policy. Now the United States is respected. Countries may not like what we do, but they respect what we do.
President Trump praised his ambassador and didn't appear surprised by the news. He said Haley had told him 6 months ago that she'd like to take some time off.
That was really the thing I think she did best at the United Nations. She got to know the players. She got to know China, Russia, India. She knows everybody on a very first-name basis, and they like her. Except for maybe a couple, which is normal, right? They can't all like you, but they do. They really like her.
Haley has been a controversial figure in the United Nations. She's led US criticism of the organisation, calling it a failure, and orchestrated US withdrawal from key international bodies like the UN Human Rights Council. Under Haley, the US also pulled out from the Iran nuclear deal and reimposed sanctions on the country.
She's been destructive in that she was representing a point of view that is completely at odds with the United Nations. As President Trump said here just 2 weeks ago, the United States is for unilateralism, not multilateralism.
Palestinians are unlikely to be sad to see Haley go. The ambassador and President Trump are part of the most pro-Israel US administration in history. And they've withdrawn all US funding from the United Nations Relief and Works Agency that supports Palestinian refugees, and moved the US Embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. Haley says there will be a new plan to solve the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. It's been led by Trump's son-in-law and US envoy to the Middle East, Jared Kushner, and his senior advisor and daughter, Ivanka Trump.
What I've done working with him on the Middle East peace plan, it is so unbelievably well done.
It's been a revolving door of appointments in this US administration, and Nikki Haley is just the latest one to go. She succeeded in bridging the gap between what Trump wanted and the foreign policy principles of the Republican Party. But through it all, she remained part of Trump's inner circle. And as the last 2 years have shown, that's no easy task. Nicole, Johnston, TRT World, New York.